Welcome to today's episode of PEDs, also known as Partially Entertaining Discussions. For today's episode, we are going to be talking about golf and just kind of going over our favorite golfers, the faces of golf, and we'll get into our takes on the Brooks versus Bryson beef. So, yeah, let's start it off.
First and foremost, I just want to say I don't know jack shit about golf. So
that's fair.
I'll pitch in where I can for this episode.
It's a good warning. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, my handicap's
on the max.
Doesn't matter. You know Tiger Woods is, right?
I got a 60 handicap. No big deal.
You broke your 3-wood the last time we played together.
Oh, that was brutal, didn't it?
No.
That was my driver.
Oh yeah, your driver.
Your
Your 1970s driver.
my $40
Your
golf
$12 set of clubs.
Hey, bro. Off-road.
Gotta start somewhere.
Yeah. All right. I'll get a go. My two favorite current golfers right now are John Rahm and Colin Morikawa. I think Ryan's not a big John Rahm fan. I just think their games are somewhat alike. I think that there's not really any flaws in their game. I think they're really good at a lot of stuff.
Is that a good enough reason to like a guy though?
Well, they're also
no flaws.
Are they not? I mean, I think they're top 10. John Rahm is no. I'm just explaining. I like their style. Like they're where Bryson he's really good at one thing and he could be really bad at another. I don't think that they have that in their game. I think that's why they're. Yeah. So.
I don't know.
You don't like John, huh?
I mean, okay, yeah. So
Ryan's got
everyone knows.
Let's hear the story. Let's hear the story.
Okay.
The reason that Ryan has a personal vendetta against John.
There's two
Rahm.
stories.
Did he not sign a golf ball for you when you were like 8 or something?
No, he was. No, I liked the guy. Like I saw him at the Phoenix Open. Like I watched him chip in. I was like standing right behind him, chipped in. It was sick. I was like, oh, John Rahm, ASU guy.
Yeah.
Like I go to ASU.
That's why I'm kind of surprised.
So I was like, I fucking liked him. And then the first story that I heard about him was just like my buddy works at Greyhawk, which is like a course in Arizona, and he was playing and came in after his round. And I think it was either my buddy or another one of the workers there that like went to go clean his clubs, and the guy was just like, "You don't make enough money to touch my clubs."
There's no way.
Yeah,
There's
that's a real
no
story.
way that's
Yeah,
true.
I
and
think
that's
that no, but
and then
I think that's all the reason more to like him.
Okay, and then here's my story with the guy. So I worked
That's
at
some shit you would do.
I worked at a resort, and I was like, it was like an ice rink outside, and I was like in the shack handing out skates when I was in high school, and this dude like came to the shack and he's like asking, I was like, all right, what's your shoe size? But I recognized him. I was like, oh my god, you're John Rahm, right? Like I saw you chip in at the Phoenix Open, like that's sick. And he was just kind of a dick about it. Like I don't know, he just was kind of like annoyed by me. I was like, all right, man.
I get vibes.
Like,
he's like
it was
ultra
just
competitor, like Michael Jordan type of approach and mindset.
He's just cocky, yeah.
He's known so well in Arizona. He gets that everywhere he goes. You're probably the seventh person to tell him that day.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like it'd be tough to beat him.
But
which
like,
is that
he was with his girl
really,
too, and I was like, I mean, I guess you don't need to hype the guy up, but I was like, oh yeah, you chipped in. Like I'm a big fan.
Yeah.
He just kind of blew me off. Like yeah, I'm size 14. Like fuck you.
All right. So the person.
Do you at least recognize that he's a top 5 golfer? Like, do you at least his games?
Is he in the?
Right?
He's in the top 5 rankings right now.
He's
not positive. I mean, I'm just saying like today. 3. I'm saying today. Like current, like obviously golf fluctuates with who's hot and who's like kind of struggling.
Yeah, no, he's definitely
right. Like I love Rory, but he's not.
A beast.
He hasn't
been
doing well.
Another reason that we talked about, I don't like pro athletes who are overweight. Like, dude, you're built like a John Deere tractor.
I love it.
I don't respect it.
I love it.
John Rahm?
Yeah.
He's not that overweight. I mean, he's just a fucking golfer dad.
It's just that everybody else is really in shape, honestly. Like, they all follow the Tiger Woods model.
Like I'm all about the John Daly. John Daly's my icon.
It's literally,
come on, John Daly, yeah.
That's literally why so many people play.
That's
why so many people play it. Anybody can.
Well,
then again, that's kind of where like baseball is like next right after that, where like Bartolo,
David Ortiz.
Good lord, David Ortiz. Yeah, like you cannot play the field.
Maybe that's not a valid reason, but.
No, it
doesn't change the fact he's a piece of shit.
I understand.
You got beef with Joe Burrow, John Rahm,
Patrick Reed,
Joe
cheater.
Burrow.
Patrick Reed
is
a known cheater.
You just got beef.
I don't think anybody likes Patrick.
Yeah, no, I definitely am critical of a lot of athletes.
All right, well, get into your guys' top 2 then.
Rory Spieth. I'm an emotional guy. I like the emotions.
I love those two. Yeah, those are two that I would have.
I don't always
Probably
perform,
put 3
but
and 4 maybe.
Rory. Mine's Rory DJ. I have a bet with my mom.
You like DJ?
I like him.
I don't like DJ.
It's weird that you like DJ, but you don't like Rom, because I feel like they're the same type of person.
You know, DJ fucked Rom's wife.
I've explained why I don't like Rom.
I feel like DJ. I feel like DJ.
Have you heard the DJ stories I've told you?
I feel like DJ would have done the same thing to you.
So I played golf with DJ's roommate. Okay, and the word around town.
That's actually a pretty cool thing to do.
So the word around town, and the reason that DJ pulled out of the Masters, allegedly online, officially, fell down the stairs, right? So the story from his roommate, his college roommate, is that he fucked John Rahm's wife. So this could actually be a favorite for you.
Okay, yeah, and
then John Rahm went over to his house the night before the Masters, beat the shit out of him so bad he couldn't go on TV.
Really?
Yes.
Allegedly.
Allegedly.
Make that clear.
From the roommate.
But this never got out to the public. Like, this is breaking news.
This is a story that not many people know about.
This is a source close.
They are known swingers. They're known swingers. DJ and Paula Gretzky. They're known swingers.
A lot of bombs.
They're known swingers. And they're known.
Okay, so
he
you could
fucked
say
John Rahm's wife. That's probably the chick that I saw at their ice rink when I was handing the skates.
John
DJ
Rahm's
probably
wife?
fucked that chick.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
His high school sweetheart. Yeah.
Okay, so
DJ is the goat.
He got his ass beat. What do you mean?
I mean, he fucked his wife.
I mean,
he deserved it, but he still got the last laugh because he fucked his wife. Like,
okay, so
I also beat your ass. So.
I think we're underestimating how big of a claim that is. So you're saying source, very reliable source that you're not going to name, is where you're
college roommate that I played with my cousin who's in the MLB.
So yes, so like you would say this is.
I don't know his name honestly.
Even if you did, I wouldn't
play golf
put it. But so you would say pretty reliable.
Golf Channel will pick up on this.
I would say pretty reliable, but my thought was the only way he could be unreliable is if like DJ maybe did him dirty, so he wants to make a story about him, you know, a roommate, whatever. Like DJ got famous and forgot about him, so he made up some story.
There's no way.
Don't know his name.
I believe.
But I mean, I just played golf with him with my cousin who's in the MLB. But I mean,
that is.
Can I just touch on the story when
he was confirmed
just goes
Dustin
to show how much
Johnson's roommate in college? So,
but I want to touch on the story that, since you don't know that dude's name, it just reminds me of the time you hung out with your cousin and Jay Clam, and when you walked in, what did you call him?
Hold on. Okay.
It's off topic.
Jeremy Lamb.
That's not.
I thought it was Jeremy Lamb.
Yeah, I don't know if you want to tell the story about.
Oh, yeah, that story.
I wasn't getting into that.
Well, you're just naming names. I don't know.
I thought Jake Lamb was Jeremy Lamb, and I was like, "Yo, what's up, Jeremy?" And then he's like, "Jake Butt," and I was like, "Oh, my bad, bro." He's like, "It's alright." He's like, "That's kind of funny." Yeah, he was chill.
That's cool. But these aren't even athletes.
He's like, "That's actually cool." Most people are like fanboys, you know. But okay, and then so going into I guess the Ryder Cup beef, because all these players, Brooks and DJ apparently have beef because, and I don't know how true this one is because this one wasn't from his roommate, but Brooks banged Paula and they fought at a bar. They confirmed fought at a bar or some shit. They like had an altercation at a bar, DJ and Brooks, and I don't know who won, but apparently Brooks fucked Paula too, so she's getting around, you know. Okay. Everybody thinks he's got like the golden girl, but she gets around. Yeah. She gets around.
I found a tweet on Dustin Johnson having affairs with 2 wives of PGA Tour players. It's back from August 1st, 2014.
Are you able to say who tweeted it? Like, how is this just...
Yeah, I don't know the dude, but his name is Robert Lucetich, if I'm saying that right.
Okay.
That's probably verified.
And is he a golf
journalist? I don't know, but he said that it's not a huge secret either that Dustin Johnson had affairs with 2 wives of PGA Tour players.
Okay, so this just...
One broke up the marriage.
Yeah, this makes me just... It just shows like how much golf doesn't care about anything outside of golf. They don't... There's no personality and they want it that way.
It shows you how much
they want it to be
money
the
and fame changes you, I actually think. I think it's the money.
Well, yeah, that's a different topic. I'm just saying golf, like, people, like, the PGA Tour, like, they don't want stuff like this. Like the NBA, this will be everywhere. You know, like if
Well, I think stuff like this happens more than we think, dude. We just don't know about it. I think, dude, when you get up in that Hollywood, bro, they're all fucking each other. They're all fucking.
I bet they're all fucking each other's wives.
Couldn't imagine.
Is that what you're saying?
I think they're all. I think it's just. I think it's just
orgies, bro.
That's gangbangs up there in the celebrity status, bro.
There's
I'm
no
not
way.
gonna lie.
There's no way.
What do you mean?
Not with if that were to be the case, like it would make more sense if it was like a lower profile dude or a low profile girl, like not one like a star. Like this, that sounds like a scandal.
They're basically
almost.
just like coworkers. Like how often
they're not.
I
mean,
I get what you're saying.
Pippin's wife turned out to be a whore. How many girls did she actually?
That's not.
Like, how many
it's not like Michael Jordan did it. It's not like.
Yeah.
How many NBA players slept with Pippin's wife? Probably a lot.
Probably a ton.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know.
Tiger.
You have to assume.
How many bodies Tiger has?
That's a different.
I
mean, they did all these guys golfing now grew up idolizing Tiger, so I don't know. But I feel like that's.
Tiger, fuck
if you idolize Tiger,
I think it's a stretch.
If you idolize Tiger, everybody idolizes Tiger, which means they all just kind of take that little piece and
everything that he
they
did,
tone it out. That little piece where he had like 35 wives and fucking was just sleeping with girls every night of his career.
I think it's a stretch to say that it's just happening like left and right. Because I think that's pretty nuts. That sounds insane to me.
Okay.
I think that's like I was shocked that you said that. I was just like, what?
I think once
you
get
so much
that
behind the scenes. Like think of how many baseball players have slump busters in like every city they go to.
It's not the same.
If
your wife.
If you're with John Rahm, you're just there for the money.
It's not the same.
Dude, you're obviously gonna go fuck some other dudes. Like it's John Rahm.
But you're going to golfer. It's not like you're going golfer to MLB DJ, player who makes big.
John Rahm, the DJ. I mean,
you don't
about the same money.
You don't think like Tiger's banged like Beyonce, you know?
I would probably say no to that, but no. Tiger's a different story.
Beyonce's gotten around.
Okay, but Tiger is like
he's probably got a hand.
Jay-Z.
Tiger is the closest thing to like fame to Michael Jordan. That's he's an outlier. That's different. And we obviously knew we came out to be way more than what anybody could have ever imagined what he was doing. That's not happening.
Yeah.
That it was a scandal. If that were to happen with somebody like a John Rahm or a Dustin Johnson, it would blow up. Not the same height, but it would be pretty fucking big.
It would be big.
Yeah.
And I mean the official story of you're dropping out of a Masters for falling down the stairs.
That's what
And hitting your head on the stairs. I don't know how believable that one is.
Did John Rahm and Dustin Johnson
you're gonna have to break a couple legs for me to pull up.
Before he fucked his wife?
Yeah.
They maybe. But
Is that why John Rahm went from TaylorMade to Callaway? They do all those videos together.
Probably.
I wouldn't put it behind.
I mean,
that was within the last
couple years.
Yeah.
So, I mean,
hypothetically though, let's say you guys are like a pro athlete, one of the best in your sport, and one of like your biggest rivals. You both have beef. His wife is down the fuck. Are you doing it?
No.
A lot of time, your biggest rival you have respect with, but I think if it's somebody I don't like,
you have beef. Like I want to make that clear.
If I don't have a wife.
You're single, Cooper, hypothetically.
I still don't know. I don't.
If I have beef with someone and I can fuck their wife,
100%.
Yeah.
I mean,
what kind of question is
I'm gonna say no, but if they're like, I don't know.
Bro, you will live rent free in their head.
A lot of other ways to do that.
Dude, every time you see them on the course, just
I don't know. Like, do they have kids? What do you think? Do they have kids? I would assume like John Rahm has a kid.
Does he?
He does.
I guess it's newborn, but still, I don't know if it's the same person that he's still with. It's still sucks.
He's gonna grow up rich. Who cares?
Are you saying that's the reason not to fuck?
He has money for that.
No, that's like. Are you even like it's one of them? I don't know.
Have you seen John Rahm?
Other than just ruining two people's lives.
I'd fuck John Rahm's wife.
Let me see.
That kid's gonna be fine. Lucas, never give us your top two.
The best beef though.
Brooks Bryson.
Brooks and Bryson.
Obviously. Okay, Lucas, who's your what?
Dustin Johnson, just because he pulls. Because he got respected.
I think he just changed his decision to Johnson. Yeah.
No, I was gonna say that regardless.
Okay.
I had his girlfriend pulled up on the tab.
Oh my god.
Not like, because I wanted to confirm that it was Dustin Johnson.
What's your search? Top golfers' wives right now, or what?
No, I looked up.
That's what he's gonna make his decision.
I looked up top golfers, and Dustin Johnson
was
one of the ones that popped up.
What are the hottest?
And I knew one was dating Wayne Gretzky's daughter.
Yeah.
So I just want to confirm it was him.
Yeah, Paulina Gretzky's probably one of the hottest golfer wives, even though she gets around.
I have no idea.
It is what it is. I mean, I'd be in that too.
Exactly.
And probably Tiger. The OG.
OG Tiger.
I mean, I guess you can't hate.
Tiger's not married.
But
I mean,
current
we're kind of
players,
going.
current players?
Obviously, if we had to choose a favorite golfer, I'm going Tiger. Like of all, like ever, like I'm going Tiger.
Oh,
But
go.
yeah,
I like
so
Speed, low-key.
there you go.
Speaking.
Yeah.
It's fun to watch.
I mean, who doesn't? That guy's a beast. All right. So yeah, let's get into this Brooks versus Bryson. I'll just kind of open it up by saying, does anybody in the world side with Bryson?
I don't side
If
with
you,
them.
if you had to pick a side, there is no like in between.
I don't side
One or
with
the
him,
other.
but I don't hate him as much as everybody else does.
That's fair. So, but if you're siding with one,
I
have
think
to.
he's funny, and I think a lot of what
the
Bryson
situation
does
is funny. I don't know
trolling.
if he's funny.
You think his little Fortnite joke was funny? Like where he's wrestling?
I don't think that was.
That wasn't that funny. But
I don't think that.
The truce broken a few months later by DeChambeau, who'd seen this spread in the ESPN body issue and said this as he was being live streamed playing a video game.
I don't know if his genetics even make him look good, to be honest. I mean, a body issue. He didn't have any abs. I can tell you that. I got some abs.
Give Koepka credit for his retort, invoking all his major wins. You were right. I am too short of a six-pack.
That's why I think he's like he rubs people the wrong
He's not
way.
funny at all.
He's not joking.
if you watch some of his videos,
Yeah.
he's kind of entertaining.
Yeah, I guess. I don't know.
It's he like
He's a
isn't
troll.
that,
Kind of just a pussy.
he's not funny like Brooks is funny. It's funny like the situation and him as a person is kind of funny.
Brooks is
not that
hilarious.
like he's like a bad person or
I
like
think they're probably both just weirdos.
yeah.
Like,
Brooks is weird, but Brooks is hilarious. I mean, for him to
Yeah.
offer the beers to the people who shouted Brooks
Yeah.
and got kicked
Yeah.
out.
No, but I mean the
That
video we
was
watched
hilarious.
he said he was a troll. He
Brooks
said you
is
can't
funny.
out troll a troll. Like,
Right.
that's what he said. So he knows exactly what he's doing. He's very aware
Oh yeah.
and
I want to see them
He
in
gets
like
to
a
go.
playoff. Like that would be.
that would be
There needs
I mean
to
that's
be a
best case
tournament that
scenario.
comes down to
I don't even know if the PGA would even want that. I think that's how much they dislike
They
it.
get in a fist fight.
Yeah.
I think, dude, that would break records though.
But like but when
That would
That would break
liven
some
the
records,
sport.
dude.
it's
That
weird
would-
to me
that
that
would
they're
break
just
some
like, yeah,
records.
let's put our beef aside for the Ryder Cup or like this month. I think they said they were just gonna put it aside.
Yeah, for the
Balls.
Ryder Cup.
Yeah, so I mean,
Dude, the Ryder Cup.
that's what makes me think it's not serious because if you really dislike each other, you're just gonna still dislike each other. Like that's why I think it could be blown out of proportion, but I think it's just funny and it's definitely good for golf,
That's
Yeah.
funny.
no matter what anybody.
It's good for
thinks.
golf, but I will
But-
say it's probably not good for either of their games. I think.
Yeah, that's fair.
I
Well,
think
that's
it's just if
no,
they're thinking
that's
about
why
And
it.
he actually, golf's the
I
most
wonder
mental
about Bryson.
sport.
That's why I wonder about
Like,
Bryson
I
because
don't
he's
think
so
you
high
need.
and
It's
he gets
not
so
like extra
low.
fuel. It's more just like that shouldn't even be on your mind. Like, oh,
Yeah,
I
that's
hate
what I
fucking
think.
Bryson. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah, because even Brooks, like even most people would side with Brooks. Like it can't help him, even though he thinks he's probably like on the better side of it. Like he can't. Like he's still
Bryson's
thinking.
in his
I don't
head.
think
Free
Brooks
real
has really
estate
won
in his head.
since.
I don't know if he was winning.
Yeah.
A lot of. He
No,
hasn't
but
been winning a
before
lot.
he had been hurt for a while.
He was.
He had just come back
He was
while
hurt.
this kind of started happening.
Yeah.
I think.
No, speaking of injuries, Tony Finau is. I think
I
he's
hate
the
Tony.
number. He's the number 2 right now. I
He's
think.
annoying to watch.
He takes-
But you
takes
remember
over
when
his
he
top five
broke
every
his
tournament
ankle
they never
after the
wins.
hole-in-one at the
Yeah,
Masters?
yeah.
And the, like,
Oh, it's hilarious.
did you know? You
I've,
heard about that?
I've probably like I started golfing like right before COVID started, like literally right before, and I've been watching for even less.
So I'll tell you
But
what.
I've gotten more into it.
It was like two years ago at the Masters on Wednesday, like before they even play, and like it was the pro. I think it was during the pro-am. Guy had a hole-in-one, like, and then just was celebrating, like running backwards, and like snapped his ankle,
Mhm.
celebrating his hole-in-one.
Yeah.
Like, can you imagine that shit? Right
That was
before,
like-
right before the
I don't know
Masters.
if you guys don't watch baseball, but Cody Bellinger when he hit his home run, and like you know how like they get back, they do high fives or
Yeah,
whatever.
yeah.
He jumps up and like this. It was the thing they did all season. They go
Oh.
boom.
Shoulder.
Needed. Yeah, I don't know what. I don't know if it was rotator cuff or just separated. I don't
He
know.
dislocated.
But yeah, like
Yeah.
come on.
I know it's like
Come on, man.
hilarious.
I love Bellinger.
Love Belly. Love Belly. He does. He's. I mean,
Right.
Arizona baseball's underrated, but he's definitely repping it pretty well
Yeah.
as of recent. Hasn't been much else. And it's Hamilton, of course. Of course, nobody knows. Maybe not everybody is gonna know who what Hamilton High School is, but of course he went there.
Look it up if you don't know.
Lucas is looking at golfing wives right now.
No, I'm looking at woman golfers. You know, doing some
Oh,
research.
yeah, no, I actually did.
I'm trying to make some diversity.
I don't know
into
much about the
the
woman
Paige,
golf scene. to be
Paige
honest.
Spirana.
Your form
Paige
she has
is
a-
bad.
That's her, how do you
Never
pronounce
heard
it?
of her.
She has this
I
really-
I judge
It's bad.
skill based off looks. To be honest,
She has a
I
really
couldn't
nice
name one.
swing from what I've researched.
There's some girls that are actually good, and it's not a sport that's as, I guess, separated as some of the other sports in gender. I remember we had a girl who played. The only thing is the distance in the tee boxes, but we had a girl in our state championship who played.
Kelly Sue?
I mean,
I think so. She shot like almost near even
school.
par. Not from our school.
Kelly Sue.
Thunderbird.
does that not beg the argument? Should the WNBA be 9-foot rims or what? I mean,
Equality.
it's a very hot
Are
topic.
they? No, they have 10-foot rims, right?
Yeah. I truly think it would make the game more
Yeah, it
interesting.
would be more interesting.
9-foot rims?
Yeah. What?
Oh, this is a proposal you have?
I have thought
I
about
love
it.
that.
I love
that.
their shooting so
I-
bad.
9-foot rims? I'd love that.
I totally saw us getting here on our golf podcast. Yeah, why not?
I'm
What
for
would
it.
it hurt? I don't know.
Yeah.
You know, I would not be opposed to 9-foot rims.
What would
Maybe
it hurt?
even 8-foot.
It would make me watch a game just to see the difference.
I don't know about that yet. I would have to hear some
But
stuff.
you wouldn't watch a game just be like, oh, how's the 9th? Like, how do they? How do
I
they
mean,
play?
if I'm not watching the Cubs in a regular season, I'm not watching WNBA.
You watch. He's texting in our group chat almost every day about some baseball team or some baseball player.
I watch all their home runs on Twitter, and they tweet every day that they won.
Every home run.
Just about. I mean, I'll just I'll get the update with the game's over, and I'll go.
Yeah.
They only post their homers. That's really.
Did
it.
you watch last year regular season?
Yeah. Oh no! Like, did I watch on TV?
Yeah.
Like throughout COVID, a little bit more, but
Because they were better.
oh, I mean, they were way more fun to watch in 2016.
Alright.
No, but no, I don't. I mean, entering the past 3 or 4 seasons, every year since we've won, I'm like, I see no reason why we can't get back. So I still always thought they were that caliber, but I was obviously proved wrong, and now they're gone. But I don't really watch regular season baseball. So
Do you think last year's baseball season should count with the 60 games?
I think that's a
Instead
different
of
topic.
160.
But no.
I mean,
As people who don't play golf as much, what are some like rules or some like things you see in golf that piss you off, or like you're like I don't like it, or you know what I mean?
On like tour, or like us going to play.
Both.
I would say on tour, and it's not like it's anything new at all. I think it's not even that I disagree. I just think it's nuts that you can't touch the sand like at all when you're like you can't.
They changed it so you can take practice swings.
But you
out of
can't
the sand,
touch.
but you can't touch it.
So
Yeah.
I mean, I'm
it
not.
is a weird rule.
I don't
Yeah,
think
a
that
bunker?
it's.
Yeah, you can take practice swings in the sand.
You just
touch
can't.
the
No.
sand.
I thought you
practice
said you
swings,
can't touch the
You're
sand.
saying that's
In
a new
practice
rule,
swings,
'cause
you can touch the sand, and when you
Didn't
address
that
your ball,
just happened not too long ago? Like literally, it was the I forget
Can
the guy's
you
name.
when you address your ball, you can't touch the sand.
Yeah, that's when.
So when you're hitting your actual shot, you have to hover it behind the
But
ball.
like, if you're Patrick Reed, you'll
Stupid
touch
rule.
the sand anyways.
Okay, but that one, it's like, do you really call a guy a cheater when he's doing something that's a dumb rule anyways?
Yeah, no, I agree. Like,
I guess
But
it's
nobody
integrity.
else is doing it.
yeah,
Nobody.
no one else is doing
It's
But
it.
not
I mean,
like it's not like the pitchers with the
sometimes
bars on
it
their
truly
gloves,
is like
or
an accident, or you're just
spider
like
tag.
you're just not thinking about it, or you're tilted, or whatever.
I'm all for
I
breaking
mean,
rules. I'm with you, but
You're the only one doing it in
Yeah.
a sport that's looked at as a classy sport,
Man.
which is always what comes back to
You're-
haunt the cheating.
you're caught.
it's kind of the hardest
Too,
thing. It's a
like,
classy sport when
Yeah,
they're fucking each
yeah.
other's wives.
That's why I'm saying I think PGA keeps everything that could ever be anything quiet, like any sort of scandal quiet. I
Right.
think they try.
But I mean, like you said,
But they're not
I've
letting
always
Brooke
thought,
Price.
what a dumb rule. You can't touch the sand. I mean,
Yeah, so that was
you
that's
can make
just-
an imprint. It makes sense because you can make an imprint behind the ball. And it would be
because
get
if you
it.
have a bad lie,
If you-
like
if
if
you're
you're
hitting
plugged
hard.
and you
Yeah,
can
so that's
just,
why
like,
I'm not saying I disagree
You
with
wouldn't
it.
be
I
able to
just
do
think
that,
it's-
but like,
I had never thought of it.
yeah, I guess that
like
too.
that's what it is.
Yeah.
though.
Because
Like,
if I'm ever hitting out of the bunker at a regular course, I'm taking some. I guess I don't just chunk a pile of sand for no reason on a practice swing. So that's true.
Yeah.
I also don't see the huge need in it.
But if your ball's kind of like plugged in,
it's
if
a
the
big
rule was
advantage.
that you could touch
Yeah.
the sand, you'd
Yeah.
be able to just dig it out. So
Because
it
I
would
do
be
it.
fair.
I do it when I'm like playing like regularly. Like,
Yeah.
I don't follow that rule, you know.
Yeah.
But
I
like,
mean-
but it, because
Well,
it helps
I actually,
a lot.
So
when I
that's
play,
something
I
I'll
do
do that
follow
I
it. When I
wouldn't
play
do it.
regularly, I forget to take the practice swings out of the bunker.
Yeah, I don't do that, but I give it a low.
So yeah, and then I think we're just playing regular courses. I would say I don't know what my biggest pet peeve would be because it's not like I'm good enough to even really have real ones.
My
So
pet
probably piss
peeve,
people off too.
and with
Is I think my pet peeve is
Slow
more
play.
than 3 practice swings for any given shot.
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Slow players.
Yeah.
Anybody who plays slow, if
Well,
you take,
but you
if
can play
take
slow
more
because you
than
suck. I don't care about that.
4
If you're taking
serious practice swings and you're not
Any
a
given
good
shot,
golfer
it's
as
like,
well,
What are you?
That's like the icing on top.
If you take more than one, I don't respect.
I usually don't even always take.
I mean,
mine.
you can get like a couple.
I do.
Yeah.
I don't take full swings.
But
really.
there's people that
On the tee box.
and then it's the people who like got to do like a full like warm up, like a fucking breathing routine, little workout, and then they swing a couple times. They get
the Bryson
they sit
2 minute
there, and
putt,
for me it's like couple swings, get behind the ball, look at it, go. You know,
then
swing the club.
I've always thought that it just leads to more overthinking.
thinking.
Yeah, exactly.
So, the more you think,
I don't
the worse
need
you
that.
get.
I'm already bad enough.
Yeah.
I don't need it.
That's where I don't like Brooke or Bryson, and I see Brooke. Somebody's got to
I
call
think
out
that's
Bryson.
what I think that's what Bryson's lows are so bad. That's what starts to happen to me.
Mm-hmm.
That he's so technical with everything, so scientific with everything.
And Brooks is in his head.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's where I also, on the other end of it, like that's also why Brooks hates it so much that he thinks the correct style of play is the exact opposite.
Yeah.
So I think that's
They don't call
why he
him
hates it.
Bryson DeChambeau for no reason. Like he was crying all over the place.
My driver sucks.
There's an
Very-
ant.
my
There's an
driver-
anthill.
I'm just playing.
If there's any pro golfer you could take a free punch in the face at, who would it be?
Probably Patrick Reed. I don't know that many, so I would just go there off the bat.
Why is he considered a cheater? I don't know.
He got caught
He does a bunch of
cheating.
sly shit.
There's
Does
a
he, like,
couple.
move
There's
his
a
ball?
couple.
Yeah, like he
too.
moves his ball and stuff. He pulls out the foot wedge.
Like nobody else does it. Like I don't personally care if anybody I were ever playing with that did that ever. I do it. I don't give a shit.
On tour.
Yeah, it's on. Oh, that was when you were putting money. Are you talking about?
I guess nobody ever gets caught though. I guess because there's got to be people who do it, bro.
But like his name was at a caliber of which every shot he's taking is on video.
That's the thing. There's
So,
a lot
like,
of players who not every single shot is on video, bro. You've played.
But then I also don't
I
care
played in
about
a
that as
state
much.
championship high school tournament where you're sitting there, you're like, I could totally kick that a couple feet right now, but you're not going to do it, right? It's your integrity.
But that's also where
But not everybody
it
has
matters more when
integrity.
you're
I'm not
better.
going to ever think
Yeah,
everybody
but
has integrity.
I think you don't get to the top level.
Yeah,
Like there's very
that's my
few
point to
that
it.
get to the top level.
It
where
doesn't
they-
matter unless you're good.
Except for Patrick Reed, like
Nobody-
he did
yeah.
get to that level, and he basically has been known for a cheater. Like other players around him that played with him in college, that played with him on tour, they know him as like kind of a sly, like cheat, like.
Yeah.
But it's not like it's really giving him that much of an advantage on the course.
Yeah.
Like it's just.
But a guy like-
That's what like takes people off.
A guy like Rory's never going to do that. So,
That's
that's why
Speed's
Rory's
not
my
gonna
favorite.
do that,
Right,
like,
right.
Yeah.
So-
Rory's also not fucking other players' wives, I don't think. But
Rory's probably keeping it chill.
yeah,
He's one of those guys keeping it
Rory's
chill.
one of
More
those guys
Morikawa,
that he
probably
loves
keeping it chill.
yeah, that's why I like him.
When you guys played in high school,
Phil?
like in tournaments and like playoffs, was there like a lot of chirping going on between competitors? Like when we
I
played
feel like there's no.
Never
in
really
baseball,
ever,
like in the
dude.
dugout.
I feel
you're
like they
chirping
don't
the other
talk
team,
to
like, the whole
anybody.
game.
Is my guess.
So-
you don't talk.
I have a couple stories.
Yeah.
Really? You guys chirped a
Not
little bit?
well. I mean, not chirping, but just like
Because baseball, I don't know if you guys ever been
'Cause-
to a high school game.
Like the only
You're constantly
chirping,
chirping the other team.
Like personal. Like
Yeah.
it is insane.
I feel that.
Fuck.
Especially if you guys ever see a JUCO.
actually there was. I mean, there was
I
chirping,
didn't
but I don't
play, but
remember like
I've seen it.
specifically. Like it wasn't like.
The only chirping I can remember, there wasn't much, but was state championship. The team was in first. It's a 2-day event, so the team was in first by like 10 shots. We were down by 16 shots going after day one, and they were all on the putting green, and they were like, "Yo, boys, what are we gonna do? Like, how are we gonna celebrate when we win? Blah blah blah." Like, and they said that walking by, and I was like, "We'll see, boys. We'll see." You know what I mean? Like, I'm confident. You know.
Yeah.
We ended up winning by 14 shots somehow. It was like a huge fuck. It was one of the
Jeez.
bigger swings like I've seen.
Jesus.
And I remember we were on a 18 green, and we were up like there's live scoring. So
Yeah,
you
anything can
see-
happen in junior
Yeah,
golf.
yeah. And so we were up like 12, you know, going into 18. So it's secured at that point because we're in the final grouping. And I go up to my buddy, and there's like a little bit of weight, and I go up to my teammate. I'm like, "Hey, what are we doing when we celebrate, brother?" And there's two of them right there. I'm like, "What are we doing when we celebrate?" They look
That's
at me
pretty
and they're
good.
like, "You fuck."
That's
But I mean, there wasn't
That's
too
pretty
much
good.
chirping. I had like my phone like after we won state, like I had it playing Big Rings, like Drake and Future Big Rings. I had
That's
that
after
bumping,
you win.
you
Like a
know,
lot more
after
is
we won,
acceptable.
yeah. And I mean, like there would be times where after the round, like I think there was once like my junior year after the round, this kid was like complaining about conditions or whatnot, and we were just like, "Yeah, everybody's playing same course, you know."
Yeah.
Me and a couple buddies would chirp here and there, but
Right.
kids in high school golf, they're kind of fucking nerds.
That's what I was
okay,
like.
but that's like my story.
Like
so,
shit talking from nerds, just that's why Bryson. It's just a funny situation.
Yeah,
it's just
yeah.
fun.
That's true.
I had this one kid. Like I won't name his name, but He's just this little, like, 4'6" dude. But he was, like,
Teen
really
on the
good
wall,
because
too.
he's just right down the middle, like, on the green every time, two putt, like, he's shooting around par. And, like, and so I was playing with him, and then Preston Summerhays. You know Preston?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he played in the U.S. Open last
Jesus.
year, and he was a freshman when I was a senior. And
Did you know then? Like,
that he was good?
That-
Yeah, his
like
dad,
that good, though,
his
like-
uncle is on tour, is Daniel Summerhays,
Mm.
and then his dad is like a coach at the course right by my
I'm
house.
always
But
interested in young golfers.
yeah, no, he's good for sure. I think he hasn't even graduated high school yet, and he
Jeez.
plays in the U.S. Open.
Oh,
Like he's
God.
one of the youngest guys to ever do it. But so I was playing with Preston and this other like little short kid, and I was just trying to get the round over. I was playing like shit, probably like fucking 10 over par. It's like a 9-hole match. Like I was just playing like ass.
Mm.
And it was like
Good day
down
for
to the 8th hole, like in the 9-hole match, and Preston was on the green, and I was up to the green, and he was still like he had just hit his shot, and I had like kind of prematurely walked up there,
Mm.
and so I like marked his ball for him, and then gave him his ball, and then hit my putt,
Mm.
and then gave him the ball back, and then he put the ball back after I had been the one who marked it. And the other little kid, apparently that's, like, not allowed. Like, there's a rule that says if I mark someone else's ball, I have to replace it. Like, the stupidest rule ever. Like,
So he tossed it back.
Even
to
when
you,
you're a
just
teammate,
rattled?
even when you have a
he's
teammate.
not, he wasn't a teammate.
Yeah, you were playing against him.
Yeah. Or he was I don't think this was even a high school tournament. I think it was just, like, a JGA.
Is it like a...
Anyways,
open?
like, the kid was just, like, trying to, like, charge me a stroke penalty because I hadn't like put the ball back and he had, and
It's very
his
Bryson move.
Daniel or Preston Summerhays' dad, who's the coach who was there, was like, no, that they changed that rule. That was like a ridiculous rule. So, but it was just like I don't know,
That
little
is one
nerdy
that I
kid
would've
trying
never
to like put an extra
never
stroke
thought.
on me, and I'm already like not
Yeah.
in contention or
Yeah.
anything. Like
Yeah.
I'm
That's-
fucking 14 or 15.
That happened to me in state too.
Yeah.
Sophomore year state. I had to swing in a bush. So, like, you're not allowed to move immovable objects in golf, so
Yeah.
something that's rooted. But I obviously have to get into the bush to swing, right? And so, like, I'm backing into the bush to swing,
Mhm.
Touch it.
and something snaps a little, which is okay in the rules. Once we looked it up, and it's okay. But it's like
Yeah.
you can't move something that gives you an advantage of your swing. And I'm like, well, I'm getting a stance. Stance is a little different or whatever.
Yeah, it's not
And
necessarily
then
an advantage.
this kid doesn't call me out until like the putting green. Like I hit my shot out of the bushes,
Yeah,
right? I
don't
hit my
let the
shot.
He's like debating whether or
And,
not.
and then it was a par 5, so like I hit my drive in the bushes, I hit my shot, and I remember I hit it onto the green, so I still had a birdie putt. And then I made the birdie putt, like a long birdie putt, and I walk off the green, I'm pumped up, it's state championship, you know what I mean? Like I'm pumped up,
Yeah.
and like
out of a fucking bush.
kids like, hey, so like back there at that bush, he's like, I think you might have moved like
saw
a root
that.
or like an immovable object, and I was like,
I saw a twig
seriously,
snap.
like.
Yeah,
It
that,
just threw
that
me
was
off.
the worst part of golf. Like we're talking about pet peeves
The
earlier. When
nerds
kids
about
were,
it.
when nerds were just trying to like call
Yeah,
you
we never
out
had
or
something. That
something
wasn't
like
even like a
that.
thing in baseball, right? I mean, I don't know.
No,
There's
no.
nothing like comparable
Nothing
to
like
that. Yeah.
I'll
Yeah,
never
we
forget.
would just talk mad shit.
Arizona coach pulled up on me in state because sophomore year was when I was my best, and like after day one I was like the #1 sophomore that year for our division, and then Arizona coach pulled up on me, slapped one out of bounds real quick, and that was the end of it.
Damn.
That was the end of it right there.
That's funny.
Next year broke my hand going into the year.
Jeez. Yeah, no, there is a when you get that pressure for like the first time where it's like, oh, somebody's even if they're not there for you, you're
Right,
like,
right.
because that's the thing with baseball, like you're usually always playing on a team with somebody better than you, usually,
Mhm.
right? Especially in like big tournaments.
Mhm.
So I'm like, they're not even here. I'm not even like sixth on their like. I'm like,
Yeah.
I'm not even
look at that.
6th.
I'm like, there's so many dudes at these tournaments from all because they all come to Arizona, and it's like that pressure you get in your mind. Like I need to. It's all or nothing.
Yeah, that's tough.
And it fucks you up. It really does.
2 quick questions. So second question: what's the most frustrating thing about your guys' own personal game?
frustrating.
Like you need to improve on for them.
Yeah.
100 yards and in. Like my wedges.
I
60
feel that.
degree. I'll like blade the shit out. Or, actually, I don't really blade it, but like kind of hit it a little chunky.
If I'm not accurate with the driver, I get pissed off.
Me too, especially.
If I lose a golf ball, I get pissed
Drive's
off. So
my
that's
best
kind of
ball.
my thing.
You gotta work on your putting game, dog.
This guy putts pretty well, so he's
It's about all Lucas can do.
yeah.
You putt well?
Yeah, putt for dough, baby.
No, I'm all like if I'm not on your guys' level. I'm not on your guys' level, so I'm not like one thing away. Like you you guys are probably like if I can get this down, I'd be like really good. I'm not there. That's not like if I'm driving accurately, like
if you're driving accurately,
I'm not gonna ever say I'm Bryson, but that's my mindset. I'm gonna swing as hard as I can.
Dude, you hit
So
the shit out of the ball.
Yeah, I can hit it pretty far if it's inbounds.
Really?
Right, exactly. And then if I'm good with my second shot, I mean, then I guess you could also say, but like I'm not any good, so I can just hit the ball far. That's it.
I don't know if I played with you when you were like playing really well yet.
I have.
I don't think where did we play? Superstition.
I never.
I played well. I
I
think I played well at Superstition.
I was playing decent. I think I shot like a 76 or something.
Yeah.
You made me feel. I've literally never
like
felt worse at any given sport than when I played with you, and you were like, I don't remember your score or even where. It was a while ago, but you, like at the end of the day, you were just like, that's one of the best rounds I've played ever, and I was like, yeah. Like it was like I played awful, like awful for my stand. Like I'm not good to start. Yeah. I literally was like depressed.
Remember the day when we tied?
Oh my god, you thought we tied.
No,
I played like
did.
horseshit that day, and then we recounted, and he was off by like 2 shots.
No, that is. I have witnesses.
Witnesses.
I will get them on the phone.
Yeah,
right
they
now.
witness you. They witness you do poor simple math.
Yeah.
No,
because we tied. Also,
remember the time that we were gonna play and you
this guy.
slept in?
Yeah, that was. I had COVID though, so I mean you got it anyways. But this guy takes 12 shots off the tee, and then we give him each of them for free. So then he goes, "Yeah, we tied." I'm like, at least 20 something shots more than me.
12 shots off the tee, bro. I don't even have that many balls.
We give them to you.
No, you don't. You're gonna give me your like
I think
Callaway balls. You paid.
You cleaned out Jaden a few times. Where Jaden's like, "Dude, do you have any balls?" Don't come at me with that. That was not a tie.
Okay, even if it
And
wasn't
you did,
a
but
tie,
you did. That was like the best.
Shooting 2 above me or 2 under me.
Well, it wasn't a good day whatsoever, and it was like the best I've seen you play.
You're only as good as your worst day, right?
No.
So then your worst day is where we pushing 200.
Because golf's golf's one of those sports where you can have a bad day. Like you can have a bad day. Like,
Yeah.
I mean,
I started noticing
baseball,
that as soon as I stopped
basketball, like
practicing.
you can miss, you can stop shooting. In basketball, you can
you
stop
don't lose a
shooting.
shot.
Right? You can.
Yeah.
Baseball,
If you have it,
you go 0 for 4 in a game, whatever. You can be like
Baseball,
slumps.
you
It's
can take
like a
month
whole
off and
slump,
just come
right?
back and it
But
can
golf,
be
like
good.
you gotta put the ball in the hole. So no matter how bad you're fucking doing, you gotta put the ball in the hole.
Yeah.
And it can be the most frustrating thing when you start getting rolling with doubles.
Yeah, I was practicing like semi frequently, like going to the range a decent amount.
I know we were going a lot.
Yeah, and I didn't even like you don't realize that you're actually getting like that much better. Like I didn't realize I got that much better until I had stopped going altogether and didn't really golf much, and then I went back out. Like if I had counted every shot, probably pushing 120. Like I had gotten so much worse and didn't know what happened.
I'm the opposite. Like when I don't play for a while and then I come back, I feel like I'm just not thinking about my swing. I just have my natural swing.
I think you
and
play
I play a
more
lot
than me,
better. And then I feel like
you got the most.
I have my swing muscle memory.
Exactly. I have
pretty
no
much.
idea what I'm doing.
It's like,
No.
but then like after I play once, and
That's
then
how I feel
I'll
about
play a
baseball.
couple more times after that, and I'll just like be terrible because
If you know your swing, I can see how you could take some time off and come back and be almost even
You're
better.
just good.
Yeah, I can see that.
So you guys know most golf courses in like South Korea.
Okay.
It's like a $400 trip usually. It's a pretty luxurious thing only there.
Mm.
You usually go and have like a breakfast there, and then you have your tea time. You have a caddy.
You played?
You play 9 holes, and then you you have a lunch slot. You literally eat lunch for an hour.
South Korea.
South Korea.
To clarify.
Yeah.
You eat lunch for an hour, and then you play your back nine. Like how wild would that be? And then it's like you have a caddy the whole. It's like a pretty luxurious thing. But like that's pretty sweet. Yeah, but you have a lunch.
So I have to eat
time.
lunch and then walk a back 9.
Right. I don't know.
That's
if I
the
could do
only.
that.
I mean, otherwise, I'm sure it sounds amazing.
I mean, I'll stop, get some food after 9.
Yeah, I don't know if I'm chilling. Like if I'm
No,
chilling for
I'm
an
I'm
hour.
chilling with a glizzy, but
I'm
I
gonna-
think it'd be a cool thing to do.
Yeah, I'm gonna make the mistake
Have
of
you
putting
been to
down
South
3
Korea?
beers in that hour.
I'd love to go to South.
First
I work
hand
with a bunch of
experience?
South Koreans. So.
That does
I
sound
work with
dope.
literally like 2 twins straight from South Korea. They're cool.
No, like a vacation, like golf trip would be sick.
Yeah.
And I'm not any good, but I mean, I wouldn't care.
I'm going to Paynes Valley next year.
Where?
That new
No,
Tiger course.
Never heard of it. Oh,
Paynes Valley with the 19th hole.
Florida?
No, in the Mozarks.
it's pretty sick. Ozarks, right?
Ozarks. Jesus Christ.
I only know because of the show. That's it.
Yeah, Ozarks.
Yeah, I'd go to Scotland for a golf.
Scotland would
golf
be sick.
vacation.
Scotland, Ireland, shit.
yeah. That's
I
where
just
golf
love the beach.
originated.
The aspect of some of the courses.
Pebble
That's why I
Beach.
think Pebble would be
Yeah.
my favorite. That sounds kind of boring and common,
No,
but that's where I
Pebble
would
Beach would
probably.
be sick.
Scotland's right on the ocean too. There's
Yeah.
a lot of courses right on the
Yeah.
ocean. That's like the
Isn't that
creation of golf.
The
That's where
courses in
golf is
Scotland are
created.
just the worst condition, like weather, like you day to day, right? Isn't that what the
Conditions
suns
are
are
tough.
for?
They're
Like,
tough. They're tough.
Like one day it could be absolutely nothing, and the next day it's like fucking hail or
Yeah.
something.
Windy and hail.
Okay.
Yeah.
Kyle, didn't you get a hole-in-one on Pebble Beach?
What?
Yeah, we got a hole in Pebble Beach. We got
a hole-in-one there?
We got a hole in one down in Pebble Beach. No hole in ones in my life. But
Last time we were golfing with
figuratively
you,
speaking.
we went to Biltmore in Phoenix. You were literally 2 inches away from getting a hole-in-one on a par 3.
Yeah.
It was like the second hole in the course, I think.
Yeah, I do remember that actually.
That almost hurts worse than like being like 5 yards away.
I've been way too close. It's frustrating. It's one
Have
of
you
those
ever gone a
things.
hole-in-one?
No.
Ever been close?
Yeah. Been like
Oh,
3 inches.
It's so
4
frustrating.
inches. Yeah.
It's so
But it doesn't really count though because it's like a par 3 course, like continental.
When I got my eagle, dude, I thought I was gonna be on tour within a year. Really did. Really did.
You go into that next tee shot like I'm really the
Dude,
shit.
that oh my god, I was like, yeah,
Like I'm really the shit.
I belong.
Kyle, haven't you been playing in like amateur tournaments lately?
Yeah,
Jaden
just
was
like
doing a bunch.
Yeah.
Kyle, our buddy's dad.
Yeah.
I won one, couple now.
You guys did the
Won
Vegas
one?
one, right?
Won 2 of them now.
What'd you shoot?
Only like 74 to win and like 70. I think 74 both actually.
Jaden makes it seem like if you just have any idea of what you're doing, you can win some money.
That's kind of sick.
Yeah.
For
Well, he
some
said
of the
there's like
division-
tiers of tournaments.
Yeah.
So he enters the lower ones and he dominates. Is what
There's
it
like
seems
Division 1 through 5.
Yeah.
He's been in 5 his whole life.
That's what he sees. Like you could compete in 5. Like
He played in his first D4 tournament and lost. So
Really? Well, I mean,
I don't know why he's.
No, I would have expected that, but like
Hey.
you can win money beating guys like me. Like I would do it too. Why not? You can.
That's the beautiful thing about golf is you can compete because if you play enough, you get a handicap, and then
Yeah.
you can bet based on your handicap, and it's fair. I mean, I have buddies. Me and Jaden bet. He's gotten close to beating me. He doesn't.
He like
But
his swing is really nice. Like it just really is. I think his
it's just a
irons
nice
are really.
baseball swing. Yeah.
Yeah, that he's able to. That's what my driver's. I mean, that's about it.
Do you guys have like any like pre-golf ritual, or like, is there
Good
anything that you've noticed before you go golfing?
Or, like
that
before
helps
you tee
Before I
off.
go,
Let's say you're,
like the
you're
night
about to tee
before,
off
like
on
the
the
morning
hole.
before, like anything
Competitive.
that you can
always
do
gotta
that
get a
helps
meal
you-
in before.
When it was competitive.
And hydrate.
Anything different, like I don't know, like you keep like a tea in your ear the night. I don't know, something
turkey
weird.
like that. I mean, I
like
used
when
to,
you were doing competitive in school, like not just when you're going like we're gonna go on Tuesday morning
Yeah,
or some shit.
when you're actually gonna compete.
Yeah.
Not really. I can't think of anything that I used to do consistently. Actually.
Any pre-swing?
Snore some
Yeah.
C4.
Pre-swing, I go one
Yeah,
to
same.
one to
Pre-swing.
2 deep breaths,
Yeah.
depending on how.
'Cause I knew
I'm
as
feeling.
a hitter, like, and this actually was what we were told to do at New Mexico. Like, you have to have the exact same routine every time. That's what we preached it. Like, just repeating the same routine. Is that something you guys?
I mean,
were
Oh no,
taught,
but golf's
learned?
huge about routine, especially
Yeah,
like on
so,
the
like, did you
competitive
guys have-
level. Like it's
For your
totally
drive,
about
did
like.
you take like 2 real swings, like one that you want to get a feel,
I don't
or
even
2
take
real
practice.
presses?
I was more of like
Really?
a field player, and some people are different.
Yeah.
But like I had a buddy who he's literally 5, counts out 5, he's 5,
Yeah, okay.
and then he
Almost like free
stands
throws.
back behind his ball. He picks out his spot, you know, every single time. He takes
Right.
like his 2 deep breaths or whatever, and then he comes up, you know, and then he like has his like, okay, this feet together, club here, feet 1 step,
Right.
3
Yeah.
step,
Yeah.
you know what I mean?
a lot of things. I mean, like,
It's
cause
like a kicker in the NFL.
since you
Yeah.
guys aren't as like experienced in golf, like maybe this will help you. Like, I pick out like, obviously you want to pick out an exact
Yeah.
place that you're aiming,
Yeah.
and like maybe like a yard in front of the ball, you pick out like a little leaf that's on that line,
So you stay back.
and that's how you line. That's how I line up. So I imagine that
Like your
line,
backswing, or
Just like
You
I'm
put it behind
standing,
the ball?
I'm standing
Your
behind the
forward
ball.
swing, so
Like when
like-
I'm standing behind the
gotcha.
ball,
The
I
pin
pick
and
out
the
a spot,
gotcha.
and then
Because
I like
it's
imagine
a better judgment than guessing with your feet. Is that what you're kind of?
Yeah, well, like,
When
'cause
you
then
line
I
up.
imagine a
Yeah.
line
Or
that's
just
straight
dressing
here,
like your
and then you
family.
want to line up your feet, like,
Gotcha.
perpendicular to that line.
Yeah,
and
I've
then
done
you're
little
squared up right
tricks
at your
like that.
target.
I think it just comes down to like really just
It's a lot of practice.
club head on the way back,
Yeah,
where it is for me. Yeah, but I just haven't put in quite the practice at all. Yeah, not enough. You good?
Yeah. Straight.
All right. I think we've covered a good amount.
Should we wrap it up?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got a piss.
I got a tinkle as
So
well.
I'll go to my dad. So
Yeah, I probably gotta get going soon.
first to get to the bathroom gets it. I gotta
Yeah.
go.
Thank you guys for coming on.
Yeah.
Really appreciate it.
Yeah. Do you want to do like a little outro, real quick?
You want to plug yourselves?
Dude,
Social media?
So
Follow me on
we'll
Twitter,
do the
YCB
outro,
Crypto.
and then you guys each do that.
Yeah, you guys can just say
Yeah.
like, yeah. Thanks for
Alright.
coming on.
Yeah.
Alright, here we go.
All right, well, thank you, Kyle and Ryan, for coming on, talking fantasy and golf with us these past 2 episodes. It's been good. I feel like we covered a lot of stuff. I think, especially with golf being something that's not as accessible out there, I think we talked a lot about it, and I think it's on the upswing as far as popularity, and it's exciting. It was a good time.
Yeah.
Good time.
Yeah.
Love it. Thanks for having us on, boys.
Yeah, of course.
Appreciate it.
You guys want to plug anything before we go?
I don't use social media
Toss-
anymore.
toss
but,
your-
Lil
toss
your
Lil
Twitter.
Snyder, Lil Snyder.
Toss the Twitter,
right,
yeah.
right
There
here.
you go.
YCB Crypto on Twitter. Want some good crypto news?
There we go.
Check it out.
Yeah.
You guys want to link like your crypto wallets or something? Too?
Yeah, I'll
You
put
can
my
donate.
wallet
You
in the
can donate.
description, and they can send me some Ethereum.
All right.
Solid.
Sounds good.
Yeah, that was good. All right, I'm gonna piss real quick.
I got a tinkle as well.
It's hurting.
I piss in your backyard.
I do it
It's
all the
already
time.
7:30.